Reactivity means keeping the DOM in sync with the state in your app. In other words, as soon as the state, like a variable, for example, changes, the page automatically gets updated with those changes. I'll show you a simple example. Say we have a button. This button is used to deposit $100 each time it's clicked. So what do we need for this? We need a click handler, which will call a function when the button is clicked. Let's call the function deposit. Now let's define that function here. We also need to add a variable above which holds our current balance. Let's set it to 0 initially. Now in the deposit function, we increase that balance by 100. Let's also add a paragraph that shows that balance. Here, we now say that the variable balance is reactive. Every time the button is clicked, it changes and the deposit gets increased by $100. Let's try it. Switch to the browser. See, I click and changing the balance is updated in the paragraph. Okay, so we've seen the reactivity of variables now. But we can also create reactive variables that depend on other variables. Sort of like computed properties, a term which is used in Vue.js. Let me show you. Let's say we want to add how much tax we have to pay on the deposited amount. We'll use something that's called a reactive declaration. So a reactive declaration starts with a $sign and a colon. Now add a variable, for example, tax due, and it's going to be 30% of the balance we have. We're also going to render this information on the page here in a separate paragraph. So now we're showing the tax depending on the balance. Jump over to the browser and let's add to the balance. Both the balance and the tax due are now updated together. Okay, back to the code. What we've just seen is not the only way to use these reactive declarations. We can actually use them to run any statements reactively. Let me show you. Let's add the declaration that logs out the balance to the console. The way it works is, whenever the variable balance changes, the statement gets executed. Don't believe me? I'll show you in the browser. I'll open up the console in the DevTools. Now, each time I click, the console prints the line with the current balance. Let's switch back. It's also possible to add more than one statement. Just define a block. Let's log out the tax due alongside of the balance. Try it in the browser. You see it's logging both now. You can also just use a control flow block in the reactive declaration, like for example an if statement. Let me show you. For instance, if the balance is equal or above 500, I'll pop up the alert message and I'll add a bonus of $10. So now, over in our browser, I'll keep clicking the button until we reach 500. On 500, we start getting this alert pop-up with our message. And when we close it, we see that that extra $10 was added to our balance. Okay, hope you liked this video. If yes, give a thumbs up. And if you want to stay updated on the upcoming ones, hit that subscribe and bell button. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.